Hello. If you read my last article and saw the supporting video, you will know that in 2022 I'm on a bit of a mission. And it relates to the fact that life is difficult. It is just difficult. It's always been difficult. For different people, it's difficult in different ways, but it is difficult. And people who thrive simply accept that that's a fact of life and they get on with it. Now, my mission in 2022 is to look at what is it that enables people to thrive despite the fact that life is difficult, and then focus on how you can develop those characteristics for yourself. So I'm still looking at the fact that life is difficult, and in this article, I am thinking about what are the characteristics of people who manage to thrive despite what life chucks at them. It's not that life chucks less at them, it's that they have ways of dealing with it. So it starts with what do I mean by thrive? And in my language, thriving means everything that underpins something that causes you to feel good about your life and feel good about yourself. So that's got something to do with a sense of your self-worth. It's got something to do with a sense of gratitude. There's all sorts of aspects to it. But people who thrive feel good about life and they feel good about themselves. Easier said than done, you may say. And I suppose that's true. And the how-to part of this series is still to come. At this stage, I'm still talking about what does thriving look like. And a chap called Dr. Daniel Brown did a review of the literature, and he came up with 5 characteristics of people who thrive. The first of those characteristics is that those people take charge of their physical and mental health. That doesn't mean that they're always in perfect health. It means that they understand that they have a responsibility. They know that they are responsible for what they put in their mouths. They know that they are responsible for how much or how little exercise they do. They know that they are personally responsible for how little fresh air and sunlight they get. They know that they have a responsibility to themselves when life is difficult to seek help. And that's what they do. So they understand that they are responsible for their own bodies and they take steps to preserve their own good health, and they take steps to restore good health when they have health challenges, and they do the same with their mental health. A second characteristic of people who thrive is that they tend to be comfortable in their own skin. Again, perhaps that's easier said than done. And for many of us, getting comfortable in our own skin perhaps takes work. But people who thrive are okay with who they are. They're okay with what they look like. They're okay with how they dress. They're okay with who they mix with. They don't get themselves bent out of shape about other people's opinions to the extent that it paralyzes them. They recognize that perhaps other people's good opinion is important, but the absence of that good opinion is not paralyzing to them. The third characteristic of people who thrive is that they are contributors. They contribute in their work environment, they contribute in their personal relationships, they actively build their relationships with their intimate others, meaning their family, their partners. They are very involved parents. They recognize that relationships take time and attention, and they give relationships that time and attention. And why is that a characteristic of thriving? Because we are social creatures, and we do best in relationship with others. So people who thrive make a direct contribution to their relationships with others. They also seek to make additional contributions. So they develop their skills, they stay sharp and they stay fresh and they stay keen and interested. And because they're keen and interested, they can always contribute in new ways. The fourth characteristic is that when life sends them challenges, they handle them well. They roll with it. This is not to say that they always know what to do in any moment, but they do have the confidence that they will figure out what to do and that they will be able to ride out any storm. People who thrive are not without problems, they're not without challenges, but they happen to be problem solvers. They happen to have faith in their own ability to handle whatever comes their way. And the last of the 5 characteristics is that people who thrive have a positive, can-do, optimistic attitude to life. And they take advantage of every opportunity that comes their way. They show gratitude. They are appreciative. They recognize opportunities. And they're not afraid to try things, to risk, to have a go, to give it a chance. So think about these characteristics, and you may find that some of them apply to you, but not all. Many of them don't apply to you. But here's something that is for sure. Every single one of these characteristics can be acquired if you are willing to do the work. And in later articles and videos, I'm going to talk about how do you develop these characteristics so that you can be one of those people who thrives regardless of what life chucks at you.